Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to get more traffic to your websites. So I'm going to concentrate on free traffic in this video. So it's going to be ideal if you're a beginner. You'll be able to get started on these methods straight away. I'm going to go through the overview and I'm going to take you through some real life examples. And then I'm going to show you our 12-step action plan, which you can get down below, which you'll be able to look through in more detail and start implementing these strategies straight away. So just a quick reminder guys, my name is Richard Darby, this is the School of Nomads. If you haven't been over to our channel before, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell, and I'm going to tell you exactly when I release new videos. So just before we get going on the actual traffic sources, I want to go through my kind of 3 secrets to success when you're dealing with free traffic. Now the reason I'm going through these first is that when we're talking about free traffic sources, they're quite hard to get going. And anybody who uses these type of traffic sources will tell you that you don't get success straight away and you don't see the results straight away unless you're very, very lucky. You have to build up a kind of library of content in whatever traffic source you go and choose, and then you start seeing those results over time. So there's certain things that you need to kind of think about before you even start doing some of these methods. So the first one obviously is you've got to have a lot of patience. Free traffic takes time and you need to think long term about what you're trying to achieve and understand that that's going to take you a little bit of time to get going. So the first one you have to have whenever you talk about free traffic sources is patience. And I know that's hard, and I know especially when you're getting going on a business, that's the most difficult thing to kind of have. Now the second thing you have to have is consistency. You need to post content on a regular basis. It needs to be good content, and you need to have kind of a big library of content in that particular traffic source before you start seeing any real results. And I'm actually going to show you an example of this later, of somebody who started posting content over the last few days and has seen like massive spike in their traffic. And they'll admit that they didn't really do anything for the previous 30 days because they were working on other things. And then they concentrated on this one traffic source and they saw a big difference straight away. So you have to be consistent and you have to kind of rinse and repeat. Whatever content you have, you need to figure out how you can research new content and then post that very quickly. And then the third thing, and the most important thing whenever you're looking at any kind of free traffic source, is providing value. When you're building content, it needs to provide value and not be trying to sell to people. So whenever you look at these free traffic sources, what a lot of people tend to do is spam them with various links and expect that that's going to work for you. And you really can't. You need to be able to provide value to these things. And then you're going to start piquing people's interest and seeing people start visiting your blog or your YouTube channel, wherever you're trying to get them to. And that's because you've actually provided value to them, not that you've tried to sell them something straight away. These are kind of my 3 secrets to success. So think about this when we're going through the actual traffic sources themselves. You need to be patient, you need to have consistency, and you need to be providing value. So these are my free traffic options. Obviously the first one is social media. You can get a lot of good traffic from social media. So the kind of things you can do on social media are things like Quora or Yahoo Questions, where you can go in and actually answer people's questions. Now this is a really, really good technique for kind of getting engagement with people, and then other people seeing your answers and then piquing their interest in whatever links you put in there. And I'm going to show you Quora and how that actually works. Now the second thing is Facebook groups, and also I'm going to show you some Facebook groups that you can become a member of a Facebook group and start engaging with people, and then at some point kind of recommend things to them. And again, there's a very subtle way you do that. I've actually got another video that does that in a lot more detail, but there's very subtle ways that you can start engaging with people and then start selling them. You don't sell within the groups themselves, you sell by joining the groups themselves and then being able to kind of interact with people. And I'll go into that in a little bit more detail when we get over to Facebook. You can use things like Pinterest and Instagram. You have to be very consistent and put a lot of content out to things like Pinterest and Instagram. You can have lots and lots of followers and lots of people viewing your things on these types of platforms, but it's very difficult sometimes to kind of get them back to your actual blogs. They're obviously a very, very good way that you can drive traffic if you know what you're doing. And then you can use things like TikTok. Now, I'm a bit old for TikTok, but you can use things like TikTok. In your bio, you can actually put links back to your blog or whatever it is you're trying to drive traffic to. And a lot of people now are using TikTok, and it's becoming a much, much bigger platform. So if you've got kind of a cool thing that you're promoting, you would think that your niche is going to fit for somewhere like TikTok. Could be a really good place for you to start posting videos and driving some traffic. The second thing is your content. So whatever content you create needs to be very keyword driven. Long form works best if it's in the form of a blog. Lists look really good. People always love lists, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on somewhere like a blog. People love things in list form. It's very easy to read. Or lots of graphics, videos, all of these things actually put into the various parts of your content if it's a website with a blog that you're trying to promote. And also links to share. So this works very well in things like blogs, where it allows your content to go more viral because you're finding easy ways for people to actually share that particular blog post to other platforms. So there's lots of ways that you can actually create good content. And again, I'm going to show you a resource soon that is going to help you with this. So the third thing is to be able to build a list. Whether this is an email or a messenger list, you can build that over time. And then over time, every time you post a new piece of content, you can send it out to your list to say you've posted that particular content. So it's kind of organic. So it kind of works hand in hand with the building up of your visitors and then building your list. But the kind of ideal things you would have is some way for them to subscribe on your particular website, whether that be on Messenger, whether that be on email. They can subscribe to your list and then they can be notified every single time you post some content, or they can subscribe to your YouTube channel, whatever it is, and then they'll know exactly when you promote any kind of new content, and then straight away they get notifications and they'll come over to your blog. And that obviously helps overall, that it gives your content an initial push to show the search engines that content is valuable and is actually being watched by somebody or read by somebody. And the last option, and by no means least option, is YouTube. Now I've kept that slightly separate from social media because YouTube you can kind of use in all of these different platforms. By creating videos in YouTube and having that as your content database, and then being able to post it to all these different platforms and be able to get views on those videos, and also be able to drive people back to affiliate promotions, blogs, whatever it may be, whatever you're trying to drive people to, you can use YouTube to do that. And the ideal thing you do in YouTube is you don't use that really to sell as a platform. You use that to post things like tutorials or tips and tricks or reviews of other products, and you're kind of giving people a lot of value while you're doing that. And then in the description you can recommend certain products to them, and it allows them to get something out of the video rather than just have something sold directly to them. So again, you can link to a blog, a product or service, but you get very kind of targeted traffic because somebody's watched your video and they've clicked through to whatever blog it is, and that traffic is very targeted because they're obviously got some kind of interest in your content. So they're kind of my overall free traffic options. What I want to do is jump into a couple of them and show you how they work and how you can get started straight away. So the first place I jumped into was Quora. Now Quora is an excellent site because it allows you to answer people's questions or add your own questions to the site. And when you do that, you can leave links, or you can leave links to blog posts or videos or any kind of other resource within those answers. So the best thing to do on Quora is obviously provide a lot of value when you're doing this. You don't just want to go in there and throw some random link in there, but it is an excellent site because it gets a lot of engagement. And another cool idea is you can actually add a question in here. Now, if you add a question in here and you give a link back to some kind of website that you want to promote or get visitors to, then again, they're going to pique their interest. So you might have something on that website, an article on there that you ask for their opinion on. For example, what if you had a list of 10 ways to get free traffic to my website? Does anybody else have any other ways I can add to this post? You may end up having people that go over and visit that and then pique their interest and look at other things on your site. So you can do it kind of both ways on here. But the big thing with Quora is you need to be very, very consistent in the way that you're answering these questions. So you've got to be doing this on a regular basis and really build up a nice catalog of answers on here. So I'm just going to give you one example. I'm just going to write any question in there. I don't know. So you see, as soon as I start typing, all of these different answers will come up here. And then you'll have various questions here and you can see how many answers they've had. So this one has had 100 plus answers. Now, if you go over to the right hand side, and then look at view stats. This one question has had 134,000 views for how do I get website traffic quickly. So I could come in here and answer this now and put a link back to this particular video, for instance, and then I would start getting eyes on this video. So it's a very easy way for you to come in, as long as you're providing value and not just spamming someone. So you would answer the question to a certain point within the actual answer. And the way that I would answer this is I'd just click on it, come ahead here and answer, and then you would see here, here's your answer. You can go ahead and post in a link there, and that would be my link to my YouTube video, and I could do my answer there, press submit, and that would join a list of all of these other answers on here, right? And then you would start having people viewing your various answers. So it doesn't matter what niche you're in, Quora will be a great place for you to come and do this. And the same with Yahoo Questions. You can do exactly the same thing, and this does provide a lot of traffic as long as you're giving them really true value. So the second free traffic source I wanted to show you was Facebook. Now Facebook is an amazing place to get free traffic as long as you do it correctly. Now the first thing you need to do on Facebook is kind of search for groups in the niche that your actual websites are in. So it can be any niche. You'll find some pretty massive groups on here, whatever the interest. So I'll just put on here how to breed fish, because I saw one of these earlier when I was doing some research. So you see on here how to breed fish. If you look on the left hand side, just go ahead and search for groups, and then you'll see the groups here. Now each one of these groups has obviously got like-minded people in here who want to know about fish. So you can come ahead and look at these various types of groups and pick one that you think would be a good fit for your particular niche, and then go and join them. Some of these, that's 13,000 members. If I just click on this one to have a look at the activity, you want one that's got a lot of activity in it as well. That's got 20 new posts today, and it's had 354 posts in the last month. Now the way that you actually get people back to your website is quite interesting. You don't actually go ahead and start spamming your link within this group. What you need to do is start friending people within this group and then tag them in various posts that you would put on Facebook yourself. So you would develop some kind of Facebook page with all of the types of articles that are related to your niche. And then once people have started to come on your friends list, every time you would post something on there, you would tag them to make sure they were aware that there was a new post that was being put on in that particular subject. So it's a kind of subtle way of getting people to start viewing your stuff. You don't tag them within the group, because a lot of groups don't like you actually putting links in them. What you use the group for is by finding like-minded people and starting to build up that friends list that you can then start tagging things to. So it's a very interesting way of kind of getting that traffic to start coming over your site. But obviously once you have those folks coming over, then they could end up buying things from you. They could end up doing all sorts of actions that you want once they're over your website. So there were the two examples in social media. I wanted to show you an example of content marketing that I thought was really good and kind of shows you all of the different ways that you can make posts more interesting and much more likely to be seen by people. So I'm going to jump over to a site called Backlinko. So this is a site owned by Brian Dean. He's a very famous marketer, and he posted this post on the 18th of Feb. 17 actionable content marketing tips for more traffic. So again, it could be good to go along and read some of this stuff. But what's great about this is the variety of things that he puts in his post that make this very, very SEO friendly. And it's keyword rich, obviously. It's got lots of keywords in here that once you start typing them in Google, you're going to be brought along to this particular article. But as you come down, he's got lists in here. He has various graphics in here. It's a very, very long post for a start. And he also has some videos in here, I noticed, of various types of videos. So this is a really, really good example of the type of content that you really want to be developing if you want to start getting a following. The old type of content where it's just a 300-400 word blog isn't really going to work anymore. But when you notice on here though, a lot of this is broken up by actual graphics and obviously the odd video here. And the writing on it is actually minimal in between. So he's making it very, very easy for you to go ahead and put together and watch. And there you go, there's two videos. So he's showing the difference between a video he did years ago and one he's actually doing now, and the actual way that he cuts it in a lot more different places now to make it look more rapid. So it's all really good stuff, right? And that's just a good example of some value-based content marketing that's got all of those elements in there around graphics, around videos, around lists. All of that thing is within that post, and it makes it really, really nice to come along and view. And of course, if you were a visitor to this website, you're likely to sign up for it and go on somebody's email list as well. And that's another one he does on his actual blog. Another little trick is he actually locks some of the content on the blog, and you're only allowed to view that content if you're actually subscribed to the blog. So it's another kind of little trick. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you go to the link in the description below, you'll see the 12-step action plan. And this is completely free, and you can go ahead and use this, and this information will walk you through exactly how to develop that kind of content that I mentioned, and also how to go and use some of those social media sites in the right way. So this 12-step action plan is completely free, and I just wanted to show you exactly what's contained in here. So this is going through exactly how to choose niches, build website, YouTube trainings, how to go ahead and build a social media account to use. And then you come down to step 6, and this is how to create that valuable content. And we take you through exactly how to create that step by step. And then step 8 is how to use free traffic sources. But so everything I've mentioned in this video around free traffic sources and also around email marketing, we give you that in a lot more detail. So don't forget, go ahead and grab that below. Totally free. You can go ahead and use this straight away. All you need to do is click the link and go ahead and grab it. So my last example is actually around YouTube marketing, and it kind of dovetails in with the power of being consistent with your posting. Now, this channel is somebody I know really well called I Poop Cash, and they kind of do a variety of reviews with tips, and a lot of training is in this channel. So it's a great channel to go ahead and subscribe to if you want to learn about how to make money online and how to build a real business. But you know, I wanted to show you these stats because I know that he's been working on other things for the last few weeks, and he wasn't really posting on his channel. So he was getting around 85 views a day, which is pretty good for most. And then over the last, say, week or so, he started posting on here on a regular basis. And this is what I mean by being consistent, and also the power of YouTube and getting visitors to any kind of website, because I know a lot of these people have ended up going to his website and signing up for his various offers. Now, over the last, say, week or so, he started posting regularly, and as of yesterday, which is April the 15th, he's up to nearly 1,000 views a day. Now, this kind of shows you what I mean by being consistent and using this rinse and repeat method and posting on your particular platform. Now, this could work the same if you're working on a blog, or it can work the same if you're working within a YouTube account. You've got to be consistent, and once you are, you'll start seeing views go higher and higher on a consistent basis. Now, I kind of wanted to show you this because it does show you the power of somebody who wasn't really posting over the last few weeks, and he was just getting his usual types of views on the channel, and then suddenly he starts posting again, and then he's back to his 1,000 views a day. So it's quite an interesting one to kind of case study to show you the power of consistency. So I do have a product to show you if you want to learn how to get those kind of results on YouTube, right? We have a product called the Simple Traffic Blueprint, and I'm going to give you an inside look of what the Simple Traffic Blueprint is. And it shows you exactly how to build an online business using YouTube as a traffic source. So YouTube, again, is a completely free traffic source. All you need to do, obviously, is put videos on YouTube, optimize them, be consistent, and you'll start seeing those visitors. And this is a great product because it's very, very beginner friendly, and it takes you through the whole process step by step. So what you get with this product is you get the intro, you get the whole overall of the strategy and the types of tools you need. And then we get into the actual detail of how you actually create a niche. So if you've already got a niche in mind, then you would already have a head start here. But how you go ahead and create a niche, creating domain names, websites, and then how to set up YouTube, building out your email autoresponder, and then finishing your website, and then having your website, and then finishing all of those little details to kind of optimize everything. And then we have a content creation module, which shows you how to create content for YouTube in a lot of detail, including things like keyword research, what types of products work well on YouTube, all of this type of information that you would need to go ahead and create a really successful YouTube channel. And then we just go into details like how to create the video, how to upload the video, and then actually optimizing your video within YouTube. So this is a great product. If you get a chance, go ahead. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Go and check this product out. This is a small investment. I think it's around $14 at the moment. For that price, you're getting a lot of information here that you can go ahead and implement straight away. So hey guys, I hope that video was valuable to you. One thing I do want you to do is take action on some of these things. Pick one of those traffic sources and just start implementing it. and you'll start to see some traffic flow from it straight away. The more consistent you are over the longer time, you will get much more traffic from that particular source. So again, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and a comment below if you found this video useful. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell. I'll notify you as soon as I release new videos. So until next time, take care.